We're going to take another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and we're going to shine a spotlight on four-star offensive tackle Fox Crader, who signed with the Oregon Ducks. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we do all that, you need to click that subscribe button right now. Tap with the finger on your phone. Click it with the mouse on your computer, because we're covering the 2024 recruiting class every single day this offseason, player by player. And you need to know what your players look like before they hit the field. Here's this 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward a few minutes, you will get there. Four-star prospect here with 24/7 Sports, ranked 25th among offensive tackles, 30th in the composite, third best player out of Washington, 6'6", 285, so we got some length and size on him. Signed on National Signing Day with the Ducks, had 19 offers, which is an okay amount, but look at the teams sending the offers, though. Oregon, Oklahoma, USC, Auburn, some top-tier Power 5 programs. That's a feather in the cap. That's saying, hey, he's good at football, and also we need to pay attention to his highlights. So make sure you stick around for that. Crader is a player who made a big jump from his sophomore season to his junior campaign with a basketball background. That being said, he moves fluidly. He has good lateral quickness. That being said, we're going to see a tackle with some good size to just athleticism. Probably can add another 20 to 30 pounds. Shows good flexibility, natural knee bend, change of direction skills, body control, good play strength. We're looking at a guy with a lot of upside here. That being said, college football thinks the same thing. Stanford, USC, Oklahoma, Oregon, top-tier Power 5 schools. Four-star prospect here. Going over to On3. Every recruiting site has him listed as a four-star prospect as well. That's a good sign. He's ranked from 32 to 25 in the rankings. On3 has him at 29. Rivals has him at 32. ESPN has him at 24. He's 6'6", 290, so we're a little bigger here. We got some length too. And then Oregon State was after him. Texas, Georgia, top-tier Power 5 schools. Might be lower in the rankings because he's on the other side of the country. He's from Washington, from that area. So something to note. But we're going to look at the highlights here. 7.5 minutes. Let's see what he's cooking with. Let's see what he's doing. There he is. Let's see. Let me know what you think about him. Boom. Ducks fans, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I've been covering your recruits all offseason long as they come up in the rankings. And you don't want to miss out. I have a Rolodex of clips and highlights from your recruits. And I'll have more as I keep working through it, and next year's class as well. But first thing I'm noticing is he's powerful, he's quick, and he's dominant. The thing is, and I say this with offensive tackle prospects, interior offensive line, strong, definitely strong. But the thing is, I say you should not be able to tell much from the tape because he should be so dominant. And that's what we're seeing. And that's what you should be seeing from high-end offensive tackle prospects and interior offensive line as well. And he's demolishing dudes. So when you look for technical things, you're going to have to put the fine jeweler's class on. One thing I'll see, just melting people. And also, you may say, hey, there's a competition thing, like if he played somewhere else. True, but that's not his fault. We're looking at his intangibles. I'm seeing him quick out of the step, quick out of the stance, some quick feet, moving laterally well. I'm seeing power. He's melting guys. He's totally dominant, so far at least. That guy's knees buckled at the point of contact, and then he just demolished him after it. Got a good pop with the hands. You see him flick the guy's hands down when they engaged. Getting after it, too. All those Power 5 programs were after him. He saw 19 offers. Could have saw more, though. That's just what they had him listed at. We on the interior? Is that what they're saying? It must be. He throws bodies around. Good feet. Look at that. Chipped one, clipped one. Feet are looking good. Very powerful. Turns them, finishes them. Nobody's really messing around with them blocking wise. Like able to get past them, go toe to toe with them for a little bit. A little hesitation there in the second level, I guess you can say that. You're not going to see many bad clips. You got to watch his hands and his feet. That's probably where you want to look at. Give you a little bit more indicators, like to the chest plate, where his feet are in comparison with his hands. Another thing too, some guys get so dominant where they come out a little high on some of their blocks. The rebuttal of that is, once you get against Power 5 competition, you change that up real quick. He can be, but I don't really fault him. That's really a trend because it's so easy. You're a hot knife through butter, and your highlights should look like a hot knife through butter. Like, you should do whatever you want when you want, and that's what he's doing. He's doing what he needs to do. He's also turning and executing with leverage, turning blockers or defenders away from the play with his block. He's just not just running through and demolishing people. Feet's good. Feet's good. Moves laterally well. Light on his feet for his size. Because we're pushing 300 pounds now, and we're going to be thicker. We're probably bigger by now. We're probably over 300 right now. I imagine so. I like looking at frames because I do not trust heights and weights from schools. That get reported. Obviously, they know what they're at, but they don't report the truth to us all the time, not all the schools. Nothing against Oregon, I'm just saying that objectively. Nothing against his high school either, just saying it objectively. But he moves well, he's got good hands. I bet you he's over 3 bills now, though. I'm not worried about his size. That is something that's just in about every player. I'll say player, not just offensive line, players recruiting profile that they need to get better at is adding mass. And that's just the natural thing. We're going from high school to college. It's just the natural thing. And it should happen easily if you're putting in the work. And if it's not happening, then you're not going to be there for long. He moves very quick. He's a very fluid player. He's very fluid. These allergies are getting me. I'm sorry. But what I'm seeing is quickness. He's got a lot of dog in him. He's very aggressive. He finishes the play. He's quick. Sees that lean. We're up high, but we're playing read and react. It's very confusing me going back and forth. See, he just demolishes and melts dudes. One thing is he knows how to use leverage. Another thing, he's strong. He's just naturally strong. Very strong human being. And it's not just weight room strong. It's like a natural. It's in his lineage type strong. It's in his genes. It's on top of the weight room strong. But you can tell because how quickly he functionally melts other people with his strength, and they just like fold up when he drops them, especially when he capitalizes on the other player's leverage. I don't know if that makes sense, but he's got a lot of functional strength. He's the guy that you want carrying the logs, is what I'm saying. He gets right up in that chest plate there. I wanted to see some pushback, see what that looked like. He's got a good base. It took like almost 10 minutes to get there, but there we go again. And he still melts him. He still gets him. He knows how to use the guy's leverage. He has a natural feel for it, at least. And uses that to work against him. And that's allowing him to melt a lot of defensive ends. He is a very smart player. He's got a lot of speed. He's got a lot of burst. He can get into the second level quick. He's quick out of his stance. He's got good feet. He's very smooth. But what I like about him most is his functional strength. He's a very strong player who demolishes a lot of defenders. He's very dominant. Dominance is key for the offensive line in the highlights because that's what the top tier guys are doing. They're demolishing anybody in their way, and you should not be able to tell how nuanced they are because it should look that easy to them. That's what we're seeing here. He might be underranked. He should be, because look at the schools looking at him. Georgia, top-tier Power 5 programs, looking at this guy, sending offers. They don't send offers out to everybody. They don't have time to do that. They said, hey, we want you on our team, and I see why. He moves well, and he's strong. He's going to have a lot of upside. He's going to help the Oregon Ducks. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.